Since the Giants moved west 60 years ago, fans have witnessed a parade of power hitters. The Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays. The one and only Big Mac, Willie McCovey. The Baby Bull, Orlando Cepeda. The home run champion, Barry Bonds. And now, Joe Panik. The Giants second baseman is making history. Tonight, he'll look to do it again next. Opening week presented by Humana. Tonight the rivalry continues as it's the Giants and Dodgers in Game 3 of this series from Dodger Stadium here in LA. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, it's been a strange first two games, but good news for the Giants. They're 2-0 and they've only scored 2 runs. There's a lot of different things, Mike, we can talk about, but the one thing that we know for sure is Derek Holland's got a tough act to follow.
Well, you're right. I mean, the first 2 starts in this series with Ty Blach and Johnny Cueto have been perfect. They haven't allowed any runs. Well, he's going to try and unleash the beast tonight. That would be his left arm. It's a 9-year veteran in the big leagues. Holland's no baby, 31 years old, but tonight his National League career starts, having played in Texas and with the Chicago White Sox in the past. The defense the Giants have behind him is a very good one. He'll simply have to trust it, put that ball in play, and let them help you out. And the other thing you have to do is unleash the beast that is the offense. All spring long, we saw this offense ignite. They were very confident leaving spring training. They need to apply it in the regular season, and tonight would be a good time to do it.
One change in the lineup. It'll be Gregor Blanco in center field. All right, Game 3 coming up. Stay tuned as we'll take you to our NBC Sports Bay Area studios for an update, and we'll do that right after this.
is brought to you by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. And by Jack in the Box. Come try the new food truck series, featuring 3 new food truck-inspired sandwiches. Only at Jack in the Box.
You're looking inside Dodger Stadium, and our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open for spring break. 71 degrees. You see the winds and humidity, and the forecast is a hazy night. All right, Dodgers on the field, and here's the Giants starting lineup, and it's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll go like this. It'll be Panic, Belt, and then Andrew McCutchen. Buster Posey is going to be the cleanup hitter, followed by Longoria, Crawford, Pence, and Gregor Blanco gets a start. And hitting ninth will be Derek Holland.
On the hill tonight for the Dodgers will be Kenta Maeda. Maeda, a 2-year veteran, 29 years of age, 6'1", 190 pounds. That's what he did last year, 13-6. But look at the strikeouts, 140 and 134 innings against 34 walks. He's a control specialist. You see a fastball that goes low to mid-90s, curveball, slider, changeup, he'll cut and sink it.
And the first pitch of the ball game was a called strike.
There you see the usage, and you'll see a lot of fastballs, but never really 2 of the same type back to back. He'll mix it up. And really will throw anything, and I mean that, anything at any time. He has a tremendous confidence in his ability to control his stuff.
And the 1-1 delivery to Panic, and Panic with a swing. Ain't gonna miss. Panic 4 for 9 lifetime against Maeda. He does have a lifetime home run against this Dodger right-hander. Of course, he's got 2 in the series. And Panic is out swinging.
Good changeup. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Kenta Maeda tonight for the Dodgers, starting in their outfield from left to right. It'll be Kemp, Taylor, and Puig. Good arm in center, great arm in right. Hernandez at short tonight. Seager not in the lineup. Farmer joined, making his first start of the year at third base. Forsythe and Bellinger on the left side of the infield, and Austin Barnes get his first start. He'll be in the squat doing the catching.
Here's Belt. Belt has 1 hit on the year. He got a hit off of Kershaw on Thursday. Yesterday, Belt went 0 for 3. A lot of 0-fers in the game yesterday. There was only 3 hits. And Belt takes high and away. He's 3 for 9 with a couple of doubles against Maeda. With Andrew McCutchen on deck, just underway here on a nice night in Los Angeles. The 2-0. Outside 3-0 to Belt. So Farmer, the third baseman, moves over to the right side of second. Forsythe in shallow right field. Belt takes high, so Maeda thought he had a strike. I think I agree with Maeda.
Well, it's a tight strike zone. I mean, this whole crew is really, they're hitter friendly. They don't have big strike zones. And Mike DeMuro, the plate umpire, no exception. He's got very tight corners. You will see more high strikes than low strikes, which is why we're a bit surprised that 3-0 was called a strike. But it is a strike zone. If you're a hitter, you're going to like it.
Here's McCutchen. He's 2 for 7. He's got a couple of home runs against Maeda. McCutchen picked up a hit on Thursday. And on the season, he's 1 for 8. And here he takes a strike.
It's a good night to hit, too. We watched batting practice today, and of the 3 days that we've seen batting practice here at Dodger Stadium, today was the liveliest, most live.
Ball really traveled today.
Thank you.
I don't know if he's waiting on it, if he's waiting on McCutchen, but he did a little dance on top of the mound. It's 0-1. And that pitch is wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. McCutcheon taking a long look at Ron Wotus. Belt at first, the first base runner of the game. High and wide again. 2 balls and a strike.
Maeda out of the windup. He's got a little pause in the middle of his windup where he sits back on the back leg, kind of double clutches his back leg. None of that out of the stretch. He's very quick. He's not an easy guy to steal a base off of. Consistent unload times of under 1.25 seconds, which is the norm.
Belt goes. It's a hit and run. And Barnes was not able to get a handle on it, so it's a stolen base.
Well, with Barnes behind the plate, he does not have the same type of arm that Yasmani Grandal has. Grandal, one of the better arms for a catcher in the National League West. But Barnes, they'll try and steal bases off of him. There's Grandal.
Yeah, he's got a cannon. 2-2 to McCutcheon. And he goes around. If you're looking for the Warriors basketball coverage of the Warriors-Kings game, it's available right now at NBC Sports Barrier Plus, which you can found on channels listed on your screen. If you can't find NBC Sports Plus, log on to NBCSportsBarrier.com or call your local TV provider. So here's Buster Posey. Buster went 0 for 2 on Thursday and then took an 0 for 4 in the game yesterday. Here he takes low and away. He's 3 for 12 in his career against Kenta Maeda. So the numbers from last season. And won another Silver Slugger for best offense out of a catcher. Swing. Ain't gonna miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
If you're thinking about would a single score Brandon Bell, yes, he is going to get a 2-out jump. But remember, you've got a very good arm in center and an exceptional arm in right field with Yasiel Puig. They will challenge Matt Kemp.
Evan Longoria on deck. We're just underway here at Dodger Stadium, and the 1-1 pitch coming up to Posey. 1-2. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you.
Now, the way that Posey swung at that breaking ball looked to me like he didn't pick up that spin. So this is a pitch catch brought to you by SoFi, a modern finance company. Late break, even though it was high.
And Posey taps it to Ron Wotus. And it remains 1-2. Aguasil over at first base. So Maeda now taking a little bit more time. Posey said, all right, if you're going to make me wait, then I can play that game too. 1-2. Got him. 92 up and in, and that'll end the inning. Dodgers are coming up. It's 0-0. many of the same faces we've seen in the first two games. It'll be Taylor, Hernandez, and Puig. No Corey Seager, followed by Kempin and Bellinger, who's going to hit in the 5th slot. Forsyth Barnes and Kyle Farmer, and Kenta Maeda will hit 9th.
On the hill tonight for the Giants, making his debut of 2018 will be the left-handed veteran Derek Holland. Holland, a big guy, 6'2", 215. He's got 9 years at the big league level. This was his season last year with the White Sox, 7-14 with a 6.20 ERA. What we saw this spring when he had to pitch well to earn a job, and he indeed pitched well, were 4 solid pitches: a fastball, curveball, slider, and a changeup, and a command of all of them. He was throwing them in every count. The velocity in his fastball will go low to mid 90s, and he will 2 and 4 seam that fastball.
Here's Taylor, who went 1 for 3 yesterday, and he takes outside for a ball. Overall 1 for 7 in the first 2 games. Kike Hernandez and then Yasiel Puig. Bottom of the 1st on a Saturday night, the pitch. And a strike at the knees to even the count.
Chris Taylor did not agree with Mike DeMuro. But it is amazing how 1 strike at the start of a game can relax a pitcher.
Out of play.
Let's take a look at that 1-0 fastball. Buster Posey setting up inside. You can see he catches that thing right on his left knee. Generous strike.
2-2 on the pitch, down and in. So Holland looking into Buster Posey, and the lefty throws, and there's a foul down the right field line and out of play. Giants had 8 hits on Thursday. The Dodgers had 6. So in this series so far, the Giants with only 10 hits, the Dodgers with 7. So it's been dominated by pitching.
Pitching and good defense.
Holland thought he had him. It's 3-2.
And this becomes a big pitch. You can imagine Holland pretty amped up. He's always been in the American League with the Texas Rangers and the Chicago White Sox. So tonight his National League career starts. And he's pumped.
And the walk.
Take a look at the defense playing behind Derek Holland tonight, starting in the Giants outfield from left to right. It'll be Pence, Blanco, and McCutcheon, with Blanco getting his first start. Crawford and Longoria on the left side of the infield. Panic and Belt on the right side. Buster Posey, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
Kike Hernandez went 0 for 2 on Thursday.
And got rid of his shoes.
And got rid of the shoes, absolutely. Hit cleanup on Thursday.
Had white shoes on opening day tonight. Blue.
So Taylor at first, and now Holland will check on him. Dodger fans do not like it when you throw over to first.
Apparently not.
They'll give you a good solid boo. So Kike Hernandez, who plays all over the place, takes a strike. Had a playoff game last year where he had 3 home runs in the game. How about that? Hard to hit 1, let alone 3.
Well, I mean, with all that power that the Dodgers have in their lineup, I mean, you don't look at him as one of the power guys, but he's got some pop in his bat.
0-2.
Good changeup. It's important to establish your pitches early on, and it's also important to establish that you could throw a fastball on both sides of the plate.
Yasiel Puig is on deck. Hit well to right center field. Remember, the ball's carrying, and it's off the top of the wall, and it comes right to Blanco, and they're going to hold Taylor up at third. So that came in an 0-2 pitch.
Well, you were talking about it when you were down on the field today watching BP. Is the carry that we saw very different than the first couple of days. Here he gets just a gift on an 0-2 count. And to Hernandez's credit, he doesn't try to pull it. He goes with it. Backspins it over the glove of McCutchen.
He almost had it.
Don't hurt that shoulder.
So here's Puig, the only Giants infielder that'll play in at all is Belt, and he's not exactly all the way in. As Puig takes a low, 1 ball and no strikes. It's got to be frustrating for Holland. He had Hernandez 0-2, and boy, just threw it right down the middle.
That's the problem with adrenaline. I mean, you just don't have a great feel of the ball. I mean, between your elbow and your fingertips, it's just, you're just amped. You're missing something.
Blanco in right center field is going to make the catch. Both runners are going to tag, and the Dodgers have scored a run in this series, and it's a run here in the first inning.
And the walk has come back to haunt Derek Holland.
It's the perfect out. It knocks in a run and it moves the runner from second to third. And you're not charged with an at bat. It's the perfect out.
But Yasiel Puig walking back in the Dodger dugout's got the Gumby shoulders. He's a little disappointed.
Yeah.
Somebody has to tell him that's a good at bat.
Here's Kemp. Giants now will pull the infield in. And a base hit to center field. Kemp dug one out. It's 2-0.
He hit that like he knew it was coming. First pitch curveball, watch the back leg. I mean, he was waiting for it. Kemp always a good low ball hitter, good inside low ball hitter.
Here's Bellinger. And Bellinger takes wide. Bellinger 0 for 4 on Thursday and 0 for 3 in the game last night. Two and 0. So the one thing that Block and Cueto had was pinpoint control. Neither walked a hitter. Actually, that's not true. Block walked 3. But did not allow a run. There's a strike. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Right now, all Derek Holland wants to do is get some outs and get his feet on the ground.
Well, and he wants some of that adrenaline to wear off of his arms so he can have a better feel of the strike zone. No matter he's almost a 9-year veteran, you still have it on opening day.
Get on the ground, maybe a pair. That's 1 and 2, and that'll end the inning. So Holland gets the double play ball. 2-0.
2-0 Dodgers are on the top of the second inning. Well, a reminder, the Giants take on the Dodgers for the first weekend of the 60th anniversary at home. And it all starts off with a bang with the fireworks night on Friday, April 6th, presented by Altec Lansing. Then on Saturday the 7th, first 35,000 fans will receive a 60th anniversary Willie Mays bobblehead presented by AT&T. And on Sunday, first 20,000 fans will receive a Giants-Dodgers rivalry pin presented by Bank of America. You need tickets? Go to sfgiants.com.
Dodgers with an early 2-0 lead. Here's Evan Longoria to get first. And Longoria is looking for his first hit. 0 for 4 on Thursday. 0 for 4 last month. On the ground. Farmer on the backhand. Farmer's throw. Got him. Nice play.
Evan Longoria's got to wonder now, what do I have to do to get a hit in this league? Kyle Farmer's one of those guys who's very versatile. We've seen him catch, seen him play third base, and here he looks like he plays third base every day. Nice little backhander. Plenty of time to make a throw. And that is an all-star effort.
Here's Brendan Crawford. Crawford with a swing and a miss. Crawford had a hit on Thursday, went 1 for 4, and then yesterday 1 for 3. With Hunter Pence on deck. 2-0 Dodgers.
Maeda early on has got a nice rhythm going.
Down low.
Maeda against the Giants lifetime 3-1 with a 5.56 ERA. However, here at Dodger Stadium 3-0 with a 2.65 ERA. So he has pitched well against the Giants here, and they never beaten him.
Crawford fouls it back.
Maeda was a star in the Japanese league, played for Hiroshima. And in 8 years, he was 97 and 67 with a 2.39 ERA. And that got him a ticket to the States. And he has done well here.
Outside to Crawford. 13 wins last year. When your team goes out and wins 104 games, it's likely all of your starters are going to have good numbers. And they all did. He had a good year too. Crawford pokes it out of play. Rick Honeycutt. In his playing days, you remember him with Dennis Eckersley and Canseco and McGuire. Tony La Russa, that bunch. Foul back, and Kurt Young, Giants pitching coach. He was on that team. Teams.
This will be Rick Honeycutt's 13th year as the Dodger pitching coach. There's Kurt Young, his first season following Dave Righetti. In charge of the arms this year.
Crawford waves at it. 4 strikeouts for Maeda.
All swing and miss strike threes. That gives you an example. He's got good stuff going tonight. That was a very quick little breaking ball. I mean, that is a straight down biter. That's 9 swing and misses for Maeda in the first 6 batters.
9?
9. That's a lot. For Kirk Reeder, that's like 3 games worth.
Yeah, he's our go-to guy when it comes to that, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's all right. He's on the couch, probably half asleep. We just woke him up.
He just called me a salt lick.
0-1 to Hunter Pence. Pence to right and a hit. First hit for the Giants.
Yeah, he needed every bit of that bat to get to that one. I mean, that was the extendo swing.
Well, Hunter bails a little bit, but he'll keep those arms extended out.
I mean, that is off the plate about 6 inches knee high. And he didn't have any lower body in that swing.
A no cheek swing.
Cheekless.
Here's Gregor Blanco, his first start. And he takes a strike. Derek Holland is on deck. Is Maeda. Throws, and there's a base hit into right field. So the Giants with a little something going on with the pitcher coming up.
Well, as we mentioned, Holland, a lifetime American League guy, he doesn't get a lot of at bats, but what we found out in spring training, he can handle that bat pretty well.
Seems to, absolutely. By the way, Blanco now 3 for 3 lifetime against Maeda.
Holland 2 for 15 lifetime.
We're not going by that. We're going by what we see. We're doing the eye test. And then we'll let you know after a couple of swings whether we actually believe what we're talking about. No balls in 1 strike. So Pence and Blanco are your base runners. Holland can help himself. Good rip, 0-2. Like to have it back maybe. Has not seen one with a wrinkle in it yet though.
Well, got a pretty good chance of seeing one right here.
Pence bouncing around in the dirt, 1-2.
And there was the 0-2 breaking ball down below the strike zone. So Holland took that pitch like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he did. So Maeda and Barnes trying to get on the same page. 2-2. He's getting some pitches out of him. That's 36 pitches now.
Well, it's more pitches than Rick Honeycutt wants to see. Pitching coaches will say 15 or less. Dave Rigetti used to always say 14 or less per inning.
Greg Maddux was like 6 pitches or less.
Seemed like it.
3-2.
0-2 to a 3-2.
Well, now you get a little advantage. Runners are going to be on the move. So 3-2 to Derek Holland. And that'll end the inning. Couldn't throw the fastball, and he got him right on the inside corner. 2-0. Dodgers.
Visit Lenardi's.com or find us on Facebook. Lenardi's, quite simply the best.
Well, if you're looking for Warriors basketball coverage, Warriors, Kings, it's available right now on NBC Sports Bay Area Plus, which can be found on the channels listed on your screen. Now, if you can't find any of that, log on to NBCSportsBayArea.com or call your TV provider. That's all you got to do. That's all you have to do. Here's Forsythe. No balls and a strike to Logan Forsythe as he takes one in tight. Dodgers with 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning. Forsythe's going to roll that one foul.
The infield here at Dodger Stadium is fair. Not too fast, not too slow. You can say the same thing about the gaps in the outfield. Infielders like this infield.
Two and two. On deck is Austin Barnes. And tight.
And this becomes another big pitch. Remember how the first inning started off? He got to a 3-2 count with Taylor and he wound up walking him. And it was a pretty easy take for Taylor.
On the ground towards the hole, and it bounces in and out of the glove of Longoria, and Forsythe is aboard, and that should be an error.
Pitcher number 15, Austin Barnes.
Two-hopper, spears it, just cannot put it in the pocket. And indeed, it has been ruled an error. But once again, the Dodgers, rather, get their leadoff hitter on base.
So here's Barnes. This is Barnes' first start in this series. And a strike at the knees. Barnes did a lot of catching in postseason. See, 8 home runs, 38 driven in. You play all over. Play second, play the outfield. pulled foul.
I mean, he really is a remarkable baseball player. I mean, not many guys can be a catcher one inning and be a second baseman the next. And really, they wouldn't hesitate putting him out in center field either. I mean, he's right out of the Craig Biggio mode.
Huh. Wonder where that one was.
It's just tight zone. It's just a hitter zone.
Buster's even asking.
And you're going to get the same thing tomorrow when John Tumpain, the first base umpire, is behind the plate.
Coach is not happy.
It's strike 3. It's right there.
Out of play.
Well, you give a guy an additional couple pitches, extra life. At the very least, it's taking extra throws out of the arm of the pitcher. Bruce Bochy's not letting up. I mean, he's pretty consistent on the umpires. He will definitely fight for his pitchers. You would expect that out of an old catcher like Bochy.
On the ground. Panic to Crawford to Belt. 2 down. Actually, Holland happy that he didn't call that a strike.
Well, you're right. Now you got 2 outs. And I think more importantly, he pitched through an error.
Yep. So here's Farmer.
Guy behind you makes an error and you can pitch through it, get it out, and not have that error prove costly. That player doesn't forget that.
Good curveball. No balls in 1 strike.
Yeah, he's starting to loosen up now.
Center field for Blanco. And with the help of a double play, a very nice inning for Derek Holland. Giants will have the top of the order coming up. It'll be Babe, Panic, then Belt, and then McCutcheon.
The Babe. Many dealers, and last night Joe Panic hit a home run off of Kenley Jansen to lead off the top of the 9th. Jansen gave up 5 all year, and that was the swing of the bat that determined the fate of the game. The Giants would go on to win their second 1-0 ball game in a row, and that's your mini big play.
First player in Major League history to hit solo home runs in back-to-back 1-0 games at any point in the season, not just the first 2. The second team in Major League history to win the first 2 games by a score of 1-0. The Reds beat the Cardinals in 1943. And the second time in Giants history with back-to-back 1-0 victories on the road. We don't remember this, but we believe that it did happen in 1908. The Superbas.
The Superbas. They were right out of Racine, Wisconsin. Come on. That's your backyard.
Oh, my goodness. Here's Panic to lead things off. He struck out to open up the game. So Maeda going after Panic, and Panic takes high. Giants with a couple of hits in the second. See if they can get something going against Kenta Maeda here in the third. That pop-up is going to be a souvenir. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 home runs, and those are the 2 pitches that he hit. The fastball in from Kershaw, and then the cutter kind of right in Joe's wheelhouse.
Stay hot. He's never hit a home run in 3 games in a row.
Center field Taylor coming in, and he's not going to get it, and neither is Kike Hernandez. So that's a leadoff base hit.
The thing about Maeda, he works a quick pace when there's nobody on base, but when you get a man on, he slows things down.
Yeah, he likes to take a walk. He turns his back. He maybe play with the rosin a little bit. Hershiser used to do that.
You know, a lot of guys do. Organizations teach that. Don't feed the rhythm of an offense.
With a healthy rip.
You know how contagious line drives are. A couple of line drives go off loud, and a dugout starts to chirk up. You look at up and down the dugout bench, and you got all the hitters sitting there holding a bat, drooling to get in that batter's box. You work a fast pace and keep feeding that rhythm, it can go against you. Slow things down, it can go the other way in favor of the pitcher. Backed it up, 2 high fastballs at the belt. They'll turn around and ask Mike DeMuro, the plate umpire, was that a strike? Did you ever trust that?
Ask an umpire?
If you asked an umpire and he told you yeah or no?
You know, I think I did it once. It backfired. I never did it again.
That's it. I don't think umpires like you ask them. Just trying to ladder climb that fastball. Keep pouring it up. And if the guy's not hitting it, keep throwing it a little bit higher.
McCutcheon on deck. That's a pickoff attempt where there's no intention at all about picking a guy off. It's just slowing everything down. The throw wasn't hard. He took his time going over to first.
It's designed to mess with the guy in the batter's box.
Foul back. He tried to get him again with that high fastball.
4 pitches, 4 high fastballs. The theory behind making a guy wait is that he's likely to get antsy and likely to go out of the strike zone and chase something. Maeda has not changed sight lines at all in this at bat. It's just been 4 high fastballs. He has not thrown anything in the dirt.
They went up there again. It's 2-2.
Now Maeda shook off 4 times from Barnes, the catcher, to get to that fastball up. Barnes wants to see something down. Again, he shakes off 3 to get to a high fastball.
Well, if Belt keeps fouling those pitches off, that's a good thing, because eventually he's going to get one a little further lower that is more into his hitting zone. Panic with his lead. Oh, up there again, 3-2.
Trying to throw a little cutter there. But again, keeping it above the strike zone.
Andrew McCutchen. Waiting in the wings. And we'll see what Bruce Bochy does with Panic. 3-2. Got him.
And the 3-2 finally goes away from the fastball and gets the strikeout.
Number 22, Andrew McCutchen.
Well, a reminder to stream the Giants on the go. It is great news for Giants fans. The season once again upon us. And you can stream every NBC Sports Bay Area Giants broadcast on your desktop or mobile device. Giants games streamed on the go on the NBC Sports app.
6 strikeouts now for Kenta Maeda. Here's McCutchen, who struck out in the first. Doesn't waste any time, and he fouls this one back.
Pitch number 50. Ideally, by the end of the 3rd inning, you want to be 45 pitches or less. So the Giants have made him work a little extra.
Slowly hit. And they got him at second. Is Forsythe just stayed on the bag. 2 outs.
Number 28, Buster Posey.
And here's Buster.
Kind of a high throw off his right foot. And Forsythe does indeed stay in the bag. Kind of sacrificed his toe as Panic came into the bag. Hey, lose a toenail for an out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. No.
See, pitchers think it's an even trade.
Yeah.
Infielders, they may think a bit differently.
Here's Posey, who struck out in the first. So McCutchen with a healthy lead. As he fouls it back. No balls and 1 strike.
Mr. Posey looking for an average. Still hasn't gotten that first hit of the 2018 season.
And a base hit up the middle.
Well, if you're looking for the Warriors basketball coverage of the Warriors-Kings game, is available right now on the NBC Sports Bay Area Plus, which can be found on the channels listed on your screen. If you can't find NBC Sports Plus, log on to NBCSportsBayArea.com or call your TV provider.
Well, whatever you said inspired Buster Posey. Now you could say the same thing about Evan Longoria.
Longoria looking for his first hit of 2018.
That's what I'm talking about. Had a hit taken away from him by Farmer at third in the second. And a strike and it's 0-1. McCutchen at second, Posey at first. Sends that one inside to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Brandon Crawford watching from the on-deck circle. 2-0 Dodgers. 2 runs in the first. Foul back. 1-2. Tell you what, he's sneaky. He's thrown a couple of fastballs at 94. That one was at 93.
You're right. I mean, that ball gets on you. I mean, you look at the velocity, it's not that impressive. Kind of the average velocity of fastball. Second at bat, you say, why is the guy late on it? Well, you're not picking him up. His delivery gets on you. He's got a little second stage hop right there at the end. A chance at a 1-2 count to go below the zone, so the fish weren't biting. Good take there from Longoria's perspective.
So 2-2.
And when you're looking for hits, it's important to stay in the strike zone. Get good pitches to hit. That's how you get out of a little funk.
And the 2-2. And he got him. And that'll end the inning. 7 strikeouts for Kenta Maeda.
Four strikeouts on the night, 7 innings pitched, 1 hit allowed. And what's the pitcher's best friend? Good defense. Giants were stellar with the gloves behind Cueto. 97 pitches in 7 innings. No walks. And he applauds the glove work that he saw behind him. Here, Austin Jackson takes it away. He was perfect through 6 innings. It's our smart play brought to you by your Northern California Ford dealers.
Maeda to lead things off 2-0 in favor of the Dodgers. Maeda takes another strike. It's 0-2. Top of the order, Chris Taylor and then Kike Hernandez. And that's a 3-pitch see you later. So first strikeout for Holland.
And that's the first swing and miss, swing through for Derek Holland.
So here's Chris Taylor, who opened up the bottom of the first inning with a walk and then eventually scored. Cues this one foul, 0-1. It'll be pitch number 35 for Holland. And he runs it inside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Tries to throw that cutter. You see where he places his foot on the slab. He's on the third base side about as far as you can get over.
To right. McCutcheon coming in. He's going to dive, and that's going to cost him. Because Taylor is going to end up at third with a triple.
Now the one big difference if you're a center fielder when you move over to a corner position is when you go towards the line and you dive and it gets by you, there's nobody there. There's no center fielder to back you up. There's no corner outfielder to back you up. It's you and the line. And with Taylor's speed, once it gets by McCutcheon, it's going to be an easy 3-bagger.
Yeah, he's not feeling too good out in right field either. Hernandez hits a high fly ball to Blanco, who's going to catch and throw, and it's going to be just a bit offline, and it's 3-0. So Hernandez doesn't waste any time.
Nice situational at bat. Tell you what, though, if I'm Derek Holland, I want my corner guys diving. Take a chance.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that.
Not at all. Be aggressive.
Puig hit a line drive to center field that was caught by Blanco, and it ended up being a sacrifice fly. And the 0-1 to Puig is just outside. Giants have 4 hits. The Dodgers have 3. The Dodgers have 3 runs. The Giants have none.
Flew badly on that breaking ball. When Puig first got to the big leagues, he was really a wild swinger. He was swinging at everything. But as he's matured in the game, and he's tightened things up. Rare to see him go that badly out of the zone.
That's going to slice into the seats. It stays at 1-2. And to the back foot. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So that was the design of the 1-2 pitch. With Puig, he pretty much gets pitched in consistently with hard stuff, and then guys try to go out of the zone with breaking stuff, get him to chase. Likes to get extended.
Got him. And that'll end the inning. It'll be Crawford, Pence, and Blanco coming up. 3-0 Dodgers. Kruko from Dodger Stadium. We are in Los Angeles. So Crawford's going to lead things off. Crawford, Pence, and Blanco.
Yeah, Justin Turner may be on the disabled list, but he's not forgotten here.
Outside to Crawford. Crawford struck out in the second inning. Maeda's got 7 strikeouts and 1 walk. 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third.
A couple of gamer babes getting a bit impatient. I'd like to see a little more offense. Maeda has been good.
And this pop-up is going to reach the seats. It's 1 and 2. Hunter Pence, and then Blanco. You get the spirit.
Yeah.
It isn't that cold here, folks, but it does cool down. It's more of a fashion statement. Crawford out swinging.
Well, a reminder, if you're looking for Warriors basketball, coverage of the Warriors-Kings game is available right now on NBC Sports Bay Area Plus, which can be found on the channels listed on your screen. If you can't find NBC Sports Plus, log on to NBCSportsBayArea.com or call your TV provider.
Here's Hunter Pence. Hunter Pence coming out of his shoes. No balls and 1 strike. Klay Thompson has hit a grand slam. Warriors lead 4-2.
I'm glad he's back.
Pence pops it out of play. Gregor Blanco to follow. Pence just poked it into right field for a base hit in the second. Lines this one, but Puig is playing right there, and he makes the catch. Well, Wednesday the 4th is Stanford University night, presented by AT&T. You're going to get a ticket to see the game against the Mariners and a Stanford co-branded beanie. sfgiants.com/special events. 2 outs. It was a perfect case of how a scouting report will get hits taken away from you, because Hunter Pence hit that ball where it really should be a double. Blanco takes low.
I mean, that's kind of like hitting it into the wind and having a ball that would normally go out of a park be denied because of the elements. I mean, you're right. That ball off the crack of the bat, he's thinking double.
Yep.
So that's a hit that got taken away. Sabermetrics got him.
Yeah, I hate that guy. Not that guy. Mr. Sabermetrics, that guy.
Didn't he used to pitch for the Royals?
He did.
Brett Sabermetrics.
He was horrible, so he went into like stats.
Oh, Saberhagen, that was the good one.
2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, we'll be here all week, folks. Blanco slices it foul. Two and 2. We actually will be around one more night here in Los Angeles, and then the home opener on Tuesday. Blanco out of play.
But you know, it's amazing. Spring training, we kept making reference to the fact that it was a pretty fast spring training. It went by quickly. These 4 days in Los Angeles have felt longer than spring training. And that's what a 4th day does to a team, because they're so geared for 3-game series, not 4. Have an off day going into it, and it seems like a long time.
Foul back. Maeda rubs up a new baseball. Still early.
They're not leaving.
Should be pitch number 72. To left field. Kemp over. And Kemp is going to have to play it on a hop. And Blanco's 2 for 2. And now 4 for 4 lifetime against Maeda. So what you're going to do is you're going to get more pitches out of Maeda.
Well, and you're going to get the pitcher up this inning. In the National League, you don't like to lead off with a pitcher.
Yeah, there'll be a 90-minute pregame show on Tuesday. 90 minutes. It'll be the Giants and the Mariners. And there's going to be introductions. There's going to be some ceremonies. And for those of you who have tickets, I can tell you right now, it'll be worth your while to get there early.
Are there going to be some surprises?
Be in your seats. 1 ball and no strikes to Derek Holland. And a balk. So Blanco now in scoring position.
Now, most of the balks that gets called are stop starts. So watch Maeda. Starts. That's a balk. Once you start stop, you're done.
1 ball and 1 strike.
The runner in score position, you might see a few more of those breaking balls.
Absolutely. Now for Derek Holland, as far as getting a hit, that might have been the worst thing that could happen, a balk. And a bit high.
And 75 pitches.
Look, we're not saying that the Dodger bullpen isn't any good. It's really good. But Maeda struck out 8. And it's 2-2.
Another good hard breaking ball. Yeah, but you know, I mean, from Derek Holland's perspective, a guy who's only got, what do we say, 15 at bats lifetime, he's got 10 pitches out of Maeda tonight.
Yeah. And he got him swinging to end the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Kemp is going to lead things off.
reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
3-0 Dodgers. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. A reminder to join us on Wednesday, April 4th for a kids opening day, special 4:15 start time. Lucille will be there. That's right. And Lou will have a pregame meet and greet. There'll be a postgame opportunity for kids to run the bases on the field. Go to sfgiants.com. Get your tickets for kids opening day, April 4th.
Yeah, there's a little one.
Split dad.
Be Kemp, Bellinger, and Forsythe.
Yep, she's happy.
Kemp with an RBI single in the first.
Yeah, he jumped on the first breaking ball. First pitch he saw was a curveball.
You usually get a pass on the first curveball, don't you?
You think. You want to throw it. Now, that's what caused that pitch to be low. Didn't want to throw it in the strike zone. Last one got hit.
Belt way off the line at first. Right now, you consider that the Giants do not have a player defensively at first base. Kemp's going to go around. It's 1-2.
Said John Tumpain, first base umpire.
And he'll be behind the dish tomorrow.
All right, did he go? Yeah,
kind of.
I'd say it's about a 40% swing.
Trying to get Kemp to fish. It's 2-2. And he dribbles it foul.
Got that fastball in his hands. Kemp's always had opposite field power to the fastball. He inside outs the down and in fastball as good as any right-hander we've seen. That was his strength.
Got him.
Strikeout number 3 for Derek Holland. He gets him on the breaking ball. Shook off twice to get to this pitch for Posey. Good one.
Bellinger hit into a double play in the first. One ball and no strikes with Forsythe on deck. Two and 0. It is a bit odd, though, to open up your home opener against a team from the other league. That would be the Mariners.
I guess we shouldn't be surprised by anything anymore.
No. The Giants will play 2 games in Seattle this year, which is good. We definitely like going to that city. Foul back 2-1.
Well, you know you're going to play. They've got a dome. It's beautiful. Great walk in town. If you like fish, that is the right place.
It is a really good place. 3-1. We haven't seen Scott Service since he's been managing with that ball club, an old Giant. And the walk. And by the way, when he was with the Giants, we knew he was eventually going to be a manager.
There was no doubt. You could go through every clubhouse and you could pick the guys who are going to be candidates.
Absolutely.
They're your leaders.
Here's Forsythe, who reached on a Longoria error in the second. Two in the first for the Dodgers, and then a single run in the third. A pitch, no balls and one strike.
It's important you mix your speeds on that first pitch. And that was a good changeup. First time he's taken out a strike with it. Sets up the hard stuff, especially on the inside corner. If a catcher wants to go inside with the fastball and he gets the throw over to first base for the manager, a lot of time catchers, they'll sit way up outside and they'll make noise to let a guy think, well, hey, they were going to throw away, and then the guy decided to go to first. The whole time, catcher wants to go inside like Posey. A lot of ways that you see gamesmanship, catchers just trying to put it in the mind of a hitter that there's a predictable location coming.
And the 0-2 pitch is high and wide, 1-2.
It's also getting to know your hitters, your opponents, what they look for. Some guys look for location, some guys look for pitch, some guys look for speed. They'll go up there in an at bat and they'll sit on slider speed the whole at bat, or look in, or look away.
Got him.
Good breaking ball, the same one he threw with Matt Kemp to get strikeout number 3. This is strikeout number 4.
For 15, Austin Barnes.
So here's Barnes.
Good snapper, and he put it in a good place. That thing just crashed right towards his back foot. See you later. 4 strikeouts, 4 swing and miss strike threes for Derek Holland.
Kurt Young watching as Barnes stands in. He wrapped into a double play in the second. The first pitch is down low. It's not so much about Derek Holland in this game. It's the offense. He struck out 9 times against Kenta Maeda. Pops this one down the right field line. And McCutcheon's going to run out of room. We talked about the ball carrying. That carried pretty well down the right field line.
That used to be when you play day games here at Dodger Stadium. That's where you'd see the carry. Night games, you may see carry early in the game, but when the marine layer would kind of come across the field, things would calm down a little bit. It'd get a little more fair towards pitchers, but you really can't say that anymore. Say, where's the live field? Oh, that would be between foul line to foul line. It goes out everywhere.
Yep. And a pop up out of play. It's now 1-2.
Well, it measures your lead for you. That's a 9-foot lead. Very average.
in the dirt. Buster picks it up, goes to first, and it's off the glove of Belt. And this is going to roll into right field. And that'll be an error on Belt.
Official scorer is going to look this play over a second time just to see who he is going to give this to. But Belt tried to put that tag on just a little too quick and kind of vacated the glove. So I agree with you. It should be on the first baseman.
He whiffed almost. Just inside. Good pitch. 3-2. So 3-2 with the base open. Farmer's on deck. And the walk.
Holland wanted that one. That was close. That's a pitch he's gotten earlier. And pitchers are like dogs. I mean, you feed them one time at the table, they're going to come back to that table for more food. You call a pitch a strike one time, they're going to want to call a strike every time. And there's the reaction.
Here's Farmer, who hit a fly ball to Blanco in the second. And a strike.
I mean, that's unbelievable. The pitch that was ball 4 was a better pitch than that strike 1. And if you're an umpire, you don't want to get a reputation for a guy that doesn't ring hitters up. Guys that will give a generous strike zone early in the count, then tighten it up on strike 3. And DeMuro has been that way tonight.
One and one. This is going to stay in the air for Blanco, and he dropped it. And both runs are going to score. It's 5-0. And it could have been that McCutchen distracted him a little bit, but nevertheless, a costly error, and Buster's going to go out and calm Derek Holland down.
Well, this should have been the third out, routine. That's the problem when you have two center fielders out there. Remember, McCutchen made the transition to right field. Played a little bit of left field last year, but once you play center field, you're used to being the captain. And this splits the gap between both fielders. They're yelling for it. And it absolutely distracted Blanco. And that was costly.
So here's Maeda. Holland should have been out of the inning. A couple of different times. He should have been out of the inning with a pitch that was not called a strike. Maeda fouls it out of play, 0-2.
Three errors for the Giants tonight. And the last one, very costly.
And on the ground to Panic, and Panic will make the play, and that'll end the inning. So 2 unearned runs, and now the deficit 5-0 LA. The D-backs will be in San Francisco to close out the first homestand, and the dates on that will be April 9, 10, and 11. And the dynamic deal ticket offers are at $8. Visit sfgiants.com/dynamic deals to take advantage of that $8 offer. $5-0 Dodgers. Only 3 hits, but 3 errors, 3 walks.
Now, Blanco and McCutcheon both felt pretty bad about it. They came in there and touched base with Holland, basically saying, "Our bad."
Hey, it's a long year, man. You really do have to make sure that you take care of it right away, rather than even let it linger for a couple of innings. Just do it.
So true.
And you got to mean it. You know, you can tell if a guy doesn't mean it. Guys can sniff out, I don't mean it, real fast.
You're right. Insincerity has no place in a dugout bench. So it's up to the offense now to pick up the defense. And they're due.
So Panic, Belt, McCutcheon, Posey, Longoria, all scheduled to hit here in the 5th. Panic is 1 for 2. And he looks at a strike.
I think because of the pitch count, unless it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 pitch inning, or a real quick one, I think this may be the last inning for Maeda.
Right. Hit on the ground. And Bellinger will circle to the bag. 1 out. Here's Belt. Belt has walked, and he struck out.
Hey, the Cubs Marlins are in extra innings again.
Come on.
Why is that something?
Seriously?
Because they played 17 yesterday. And all of a sudden, here comes the Dodgers. You've got an interpreter, a trainer, and the manager. And Maeda says, "I'm fine." We talked about that 17-inning game in Miami between the Cubs and the Marlins yesterday. I mean, that is devastating to a team early in the year. And lo and behold, today they're tied 6-6 at the top of the 10th.
Here's Belt. Belt with a pop-up. In the center field for Taylor. I don't know if that would be considered a pop-up.
Well, it's a one-pitch out. And the one thing that Dave Roberts wanted to see from Maeda was a quick inning. And he's had 2 quick outs here. And running to first base, Maeda. A little stiffness in his back, perhaps. Hip.
So that's going to cause 12 people to come out to the mound?
Hey, the guy's got 9 strikeouts. He's been the star of the show.
McCutchen is 0 for 2. Ball and 1 strike, trying to get on for Buster Posey.
There just haven't been that many balls hit hard against Maeda. I mean, usually you see a couple of hard outs, and there just haven't been that many.
One and 2.
Guy who's had the best at bats for the Giants tonight has been Hunter Pence. He's got a single, then he lined out sharply to right field. Blanco has a couple of hits. Nobody else is squaring Maeda up.
Foul back. Giants now trying to get something going with 2 outs. Coming back is Barnes, and it's going to be out of play.
Hey, Kevin Durant's here. Brought his glove, too. That'll be it.
One and 2 to McCutchen. 2 and 2. Yeah, I think that guy's a Bay Area fan.
Yeah, he's feeling it. It's that time of year.
And a full count. McCutchen needs new lumber. Ron Wotus with the good hands. It remains 3 and 2.
Ron Wotus, an old infielder. Yeah, his first year as a coach with the Giants, he was a third base coach. Then the next 19, he was a bench coach. So back this year, third base coaching box, says he's having a ball. Loves it. He's a good one.
And a foul back.
Ross Stripling, the right-hander, starting to heat up now for Dave Roberts. As suspected, next pitch will be number 90 for Maeda. Pierce Johnson starting to get heated up.
And McCutchen is out swinging. Strikeout number 10. It remains 5-0 Dodgers.
last night. Tony Watson had an inning of perfection. No hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts, and then Hunter Strickland took the ball and went into the 9th inning of a 1-0 ball game and was perfect. No hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. They were magnificent. Our Mercedes pivotal play.
So Holland goes out here in the bottom of the 5th. And on the first pitch, Andrew McCutcheon will track this one down. 1 out.
Shortstop, Kike Hernandez.
Here's Kike Hernandez. Hernandez, a double and a run scored and a sacrifice fly.
Good changeup.
With Stratton tomorrow night against Rich Hill. That'll be a nationally televised game. But Mike and I will be on the radio with John Miller. So join us. Just outside, 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's one of those pitches that if you set the target on that outside part of the plate, you may have gotten that call. Once Posey set up on the inside part of the plate, he had to reach across his body. You're not going to get it, but it wasn't a bad pitch.
This misses inside. All close, 3 and 2.
Yep, take a deep breath, try and take some of that frustration out, and you didn't get the call.
Pulled, foul. That's number 78. Skied into center field. And Gregor Blanco will make the 2-handed catch. And that'll bring up Yasiel Puig.
Now you could tell when a ballpark is alive just by the reaction of the fan. Any ball that gets hit in the air, there's an anticipation this is another home run. And that's kind of what has happened here. For the longest time, this wasn't a ballpark that necessarily favored the hitter, but it does now. We suspect the ball's a bit livelier than it has been in the past.
Puig pops it up. Buster Posey will keep an eye on it, but it's going to be out of play.
I mean, it used to be Rawlings made the baseball. You see who's making them now? Titleist.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know when that happened, but right around the beginning of the year?
Last year. At least it seems like it's a Titleist golf ball instead of a Rawlings baseball.
And the 0-1 to Puig. And another pop up. And this time Buster Posey looks like he does have room. And he'll make the catch to end the inning. Nice inning for Derek Holland. Buster Posey is going to lead things off. Giants have some work to do. Just 5-0 LA. 5-0 Dodgers, and a new pitcher replacing Kenta Maeda will be Ross Stripling when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts.
Take a look at the numbers for Stripling last year. 3-5 with a 3.75 ERA. Good stuff. Averaging a strikeout an inning, 74 and 74 and a third. Former starter. He's got the 4 pitches that you normally see from a starter. Fastball that can go low to mid-90s, curveball, slider, changeup, and a good command of them. He does very well against lefties. Hit just 198 against him. Righties hit 283.
Buster Posey takes a strike. Buster, his first hit of the year, came in the third on a solid single up the middle.
Not very often you see a right-hander carve up lefties and have problems with righties.
On deck is Longoria, and the 1-1 coming up to Posey. Shot into right center field, and this is going to be uncatchable. Buster headed into second base, and he'll make it with a leadoff double. That's the spring training swing that we saw.
A lot of balls to right field. If you made a mistake up, you'd stay right beside it and flip it out the other gap. Beautiful. Watch that swing all day. One more look, get that foot down. Knob lead, stay inside, just accelerate through the ball and backspin it through the opposite gap. Hitting coach's dream right there.
So Longoria is 0 for 2. Fouls it back. And so here's your pitching coach, and you're going to say, look, I know you gave up 5 runs, but you threw the ball really well.
I think he had the jitters in the first inning. And I think after that he settled down. Then he's kind of got the trade by his defense.
Oh, 2 to Longoria.
But it's the kind of start where you say, I want to see this guy start again. 3 hits allowed in 5 innings, 3 walks, and then 3 earned runs allowed. 2 in the first inning, and then 1 in the third. 2 in the fourth inning were both unearned because of a couple errors.
Skied out to right. And Puig is going to catch. 1 out.
Shortstop Brandon Crawford.
Really a time of the game where the Giants need to make some noise here. Down 5-0. They got a runner in score position to lead off an inning. They need to cash in just to let the Dodgers know they're out there.
Crawford takes in tight. Crawford has struck out twice. Shoots this one foul as he dug that one out of the inside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Giants with no runs on 6 hits. The Dodgers with 5 runs on 3 hits. I know. You're thinking, well, that didn't make any sense. Walks and errors. 2 and 1.
The Giants have had opportunity. They have not been able to get the money hit.
Little pop up out to Bellinger. And here's Pence.
The fielder lefter, Pence.
Giants struck out 11 times as a team on opening day, 5 times in last night's ball game, and they've struck out 10 times in tonight's ball game.
Pence a single in the second and a line drive to right field. It was caught by Puig. And that'll end the inning. Little dribbler out in front of home plate. And that'll do it. 5-0 Dodgers. MLB.TV all season long. Sign up now through April 2nd at T-Mobile.com/MLB. That sounds like a pretty good deal.
The upcoming 6th inning for Dodgers. Left fielder, Matt Kemp.
5-0 Dodgers. Giants have 3 changes. When it's time for a change, think Speedy. Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts.
And one of the really great stories in spring training this year was this guy right here, Pierce Johnson. Johnson, 26 years old, 6'2", 200-pounder out of Arvada, Colorado. He's got 14 days in the big leagues. That came last year with the Chicago Cubs. And the Giants got him off the waiver wire this year actually last September. He's got good stuff. We saw a fastball that's low to mid-90s. He's got a slider, curveball, changeup, and he attacks.
Facing Matt Kemp. And on the first pitch, work for Pablo Sandoval, who's going to throw him out.
The ball will find you.
Yes, it will. So Sandoval in at third, Hundley doing the catching.
First baseman, Cody Bellinger.
So that's the first time Sandoval and Hundley have been on the field. Sandoval's had a pinch hit appearance, but defensively, first time. And here's Bellinger. Breaking ball for a strike. Very high. Bellinger drew a walk and scored in the fourth. Overshift is on. And a line drive to right. And McCutcheon's going to make the sliding catch. Nice play. 2 outs. And here's Forsythe.
Cody Bellinger's thinking, what do I have to do to get a hit? Ball was nutted. Take a look at it. Top spin liner. And a good first step from Andrew McCutchen, and he needed every bit to get to it in time, because that thing had some fuzz on it.
Here's Forsythe. And a called strike, and it's over.
Pierce Johnson out of Missouri State University. Cubs selected him in the 2012 draft. The compensation round, he was 43rd overall. That's a high pick.
And a strike, 0-2.
And this is what he did all spring. I mean, he was hitting the corners with all his pitches.
Way outside, 1-2. So Pierce Johnson. Working to Forsythe, and the pitch. And it's just outside, too.
That's a great pitch. I'm thinking Forsythe's got a pretty good eye to take that one, considering the first 2 strikes of this at bat are not too far away from that location.
Little flare. And McCutchen's going to slide. And they're going to say he made the catch. And I don't think McCutchen thought he did.
Well, Brandon Crop's going to go over and touch first base. He slides. Did he get it? Yes, he did.
So nice work in right field by Andrew McCutchen. Nice work. Toyota dealer. It's been kind of an odd game. Derek Holland in 5 innings. He allowed 5 runs. 3 of them were earned. He walked 3, struck out 4. Maeda was tough. He struck out 10. Now it's Stripling to pitch in his 2nd inning, and it'll be Gregor Blanco to lead things off. Blanco's got 2 hits. And Blanco takes a strike. It's 92 from Stripling.
Blanco's had a good swing all spring. I mean, he had to win a job. He came into the Giants spring training a non-roster player.
Hundley's on deck. That would mean Sandoval is in Posey's spot. And another strike.
That is a good curveball. That's a high 3/4 release, and that is a 12-6 break on Stripling's curveball. There's the high release, and I mean, that's just falling off the table.
Two and two. And Blanco stays alive.
Fought off a good pitch.
And he rolls this one to Bellinger to Stripling covering. 1 out.
Well, Xfinity X1 customers say, show me the San Francisco Giants. They say it into their X1 voice remote. They get live stats on their TV. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1.
Here's Hundley. Hundley had a great spring. Stepping up for the first time. And he takes low.
Stripling in the minor leagues was a starter. And that's what he did. Then in 2014, he missed the whole year with Tommy John.
And a shot to left. Is it going to carry out? It does to Kemp, who makes the play. 2 outs.
Oh, that was a loud out.
So here's Panic.
Right on the button. Talk about the spring the guys have had. Well, Nick Hundley, I mean, he hit loud shots like that all spring long.
All spring. Panic is 1 for 3. Strike, and it's 0-1.
When you see a guy have as many starts in the minor leagues like Stripling had, you pretty much assume he's going to have the ability to throw 5 different types of movement. 2-seam, 4-seam fastball, curveball, slider, either a split or a change, and Stripling no exception. Since he's gotten to the big leagues, he's found a home in that Dodger bullpen. There just hasn't been room for him in the rotation. But I think there's a good chance in his career that he finds his way back to a rotation someday.
Well, that's what his stuff looks like.
Looks like starter stuff, indeed.
And Panic with a line drive, base hit to left field.
Stay hot, Joe Panic.
First baseman number 9, Brandon Belt.
So here's Belt. Dodgers will put the overshift on for Belt, which he's very used to seeing. Tight, 1 ball and no strikes. No runs on 7 hits for the Giants. 5 runs on 3 hits for the Dodgers. strike the belt. Belt with a pop-up out of play. It's now 1-2. Giants will have a day off on Monday. They had 2 off days last year at home all year, 2. And they'll have 2 next week. 2 next week.
That is amazing.
They'll have 1 before the Mariners and 1 after the Mariners. And who do the Giants see next weekend?
The Dodgers.
Yeah, the Dodgers.
10 times they see the Dodgers in the first 28 games.
Belt a little pop-up, and it's going to fall. McCutcheon all about defense in the last half inning.
Now Cody Bellinger hits one right on the button. McCutcheon with a good jump comes in and steals it. A look from behind. And then Forsythe hits a bloop that he had another good first step jump, enabled him to get the play that ended the inning. He runs into one right here. This game all of a sudden takes on a different look.
Up the middle. On the backhand. The long throw to first, and they got him. And a nice play by Forsythe to end the inning. No runs. Giants strand a pair. And they're going to take a look at it.
He's out.
And they are not going to take a look at it.
What a play that was. And we got the thumb sign from Bam Bam Mullins that he indeed was out, so they're not going to challenge it.
So that play ends the inning. It stays 5-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for the 7th inning stretch, presented by Coca-Cola.
Brought to you by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. By Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. And by Xfinity. X1 will change the way you experience TV.
It's 5-0 LA. When it's time for a change, think Speedy. Oil change and auto service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts.
New pitcher now with the Giants will be Sam Dyson, the veteran right-hander. Dyson, we'll see low to mid-90s, consistent mid-90s with a hard sink. He has a changeup. He also has a slider.
Facing Austin Barnes. And a strike, and it's 0-1.
We saw Sam Dyson, the Giants got him last year. He had just had a horrendous start with the Rangers. Giants picked him up, and the first couple times we saw him, he was mechanically messed up. And then they fixed him, and he wound up being the closer for the Giants. Really salvaged his year, wound up with 14 saves for the Giants when Mark Melanson went down. I mean, and he's really got some of the best stuff, not just on this Giants team, but in this whole division.
Outside corner, 1-2.
I mean, he's a short arm with just an easy delivery. But boy, he is not an easy guy to catch because of the late movement, the hard sink, high velocity.
2-2.
Curveball. Saw him have kind of a rough start to spring, and then he ironed it out, and he was just dominant.
Got him.
There's backdoor 94, knee-high see ya. That's a rough pitch.
Third baseman number 17, Kyle Farmer.
Here's Kyle Farmer. His at bat in the 4th inning, plated 2 runs, but it was on a ball that should have been caught by Gregor Blanco.
In that inning, Cody Bellinger scored. Austin Barnes scored. And a 3-0 game became a 5-0 game.
And that's pretty significant.
Well, it is when you're not hit. And the Giants just have not offensively gotten their rhythm going. Look, they won 2 ball games, 1-0. Tonight, they have not been able to cash in on opportunity.
2-0 to Farmer. Be interesting to see what Bruce Bochy does with the lineup tomorrow night with Hill, the lefty. He could play Buster at first. The way Hundley's swinging the bat. Tap to third. Sandoval charging. He's got it. He throws. 2 down.
The exchange is the whole thing on this play. And Farmer could put a little heat on the play with his speed. To the glove, and now the exchange off the right foot. Sandoval's always had a good arm. Watches it into the glove, unloads a strike. See you later. And for Sandoval, or in any third baseman, this is a fun play.
Here's Utley. Utley takes a pitch down low. See Utley's numbers from last year. Digs one out, and he lines it into right field for a base hit.
Well, watch every out-of-market regular season game live at home, in the office, or on the go with MLB.tv. Go to MLB.tv for details.
Here's Taylor. It's only the 4th hit for the Dodgers. Hanging in there. Tight, almost got away from, well, it did get away from Dyson. It almost got away from Hundley. So Utley at first. Seventh inning, Giants have 6 more outs in this game. Tap to Sandoval. He'll go the long way. And they'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left through 7. It's LA 5, San Francisco nothing. I'm Glenn Kuiper along with Mike Krukow from Dodger Stadium here in Los Angeles. 5-0 Dodgers. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts.
Pedro Baez, the new pitcher now for the Dodgers. Take a look at what he did last year. I mean, he really started out hot. Then the last part of the year, he kind of struggled. When he's right, you're going to see mid to high 90s with velocity and lots of movement. He's got a hard breaking ball and a changeup. He'll throw all of them at you, but he likes that fastball. Average a strikeout an inning. It's kind of what you do if you're in the bullpen these days.
And Pablo Sandoval gets in at bat against Baez. Sandoval. Then Tomlinson, who's on deck. And Sandoval takes a strike. So I'm going to foul, another than 2.
Dodgers, I think, would like to see Baez use a little more of his specialty pitches. Not be so predictable to the fastball. I mean, he's got a strong arm. Powerfully built.
Sandoval tomahawks one down the left field line, hit well and foul. So Kemp now will have to return back to his spot. It's 0-2. And another pop-up out of play. Not a sellout tonight. A good crowd though. There's the 5 decks that we talk about.
Yeah, probably around 44, 45,000 maybe.
You see that top deck of the last row? Those are Mike's seats when he was a kid.
They're a lot.
And Mike and his dad were very pleased to even have those seats. They were at the yard. Up the middle and a base hit for Sandoval.
I used to average about 20 games a year. Most of it in the 5th deck and the bleachers. When you pitch here in LA, because of the 5th level, it really feels like you're in a cavern. And when the crowd erupts, I mean, it rolls over you like a 15-foot wave at Mavericks. Not that I've ever been hit by a 15-foot wave at Mavericks, but I have been hit by the sound here, and it is something you don't forget.
So here's Tomlinson. Crawford on deck. Foul back. No balls in 1 strike. 97.
Baez does not lack for velocity or movement. The times when Kenley Jansen has not been able to answer the bell last year, Baez was the guy that went out there and closed games.
Tomlinson taps one. Hernandez, that's 1 and 2.
Now let's take the turn. Tomlinson's not an easy guy to double up. This ball not hit that sharply. But Forsythe making a great pick. He has really played a nice defensive game tonight.
It's called a bounce back night defensively.
Last night he made 3 errors. You couldn't tell by the way he's played second base tonight.
Crawford 0 for 3. Takes a high fastball, 1 ball and no strikes. Swing. Ain't gonna miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hit into shallow center field, but Taylor's got plenty of time to get there. And Baez, with the help of a double play, has a fairly quick inning at 5-0 Dodgers. Charlie Johnson. They're going to bring you the happy hour on NBC Sports Bay Area and NBCSportsBayArea.com. Also available to listen live and as a podcast on NBCSportsBayArea.com. Reyes Morante is the new pitcher.
Take a look at his numbers last year. He got into 7 games at the end of the year. It really was impressive. 11 strikeouts in 6 2/3. He's a hard thrower. I mean, he's built like a bull. 5'11", 245, out of the Dominican Republic. So he wound up getting 28 days in last year. Just 25 years of age. See a fastball that will be mid to high 90s. It's kind of a slurpy breaking ball, but it's hard. It's quick, and a changeup.
One ball and no strikes. And a high pop-up to Kelby Tomlinson. Comes in at short and he makes the catch. Hey, my partner's here.
I'm here. I made it.
That's right.
I'm voting that guy best dressed.
Yeah, what a great number. Here's Puig. Tomlinson at short, as we mentioned. Gorkis Hernandez is in left field as Puig. Hits it off the backside. There's the fastball Mike's talking about. That was at 97.
And he's got some deception in his delivery too. I mean, he really unhinges, really rocks back low, and then comes at you. I mean, just a little bit lower than normal 3/4. But if you're hitting from the right side at that type of velocity, he can make it give a little.
Yeah, I would think.
Plus, he's got the look of a bullpenner. He just does.
Swing. And gonna foul. 1 and 2.
And that look is like if you're hitting off him, you're just not quite sure. If the guy might shave you.
He might.
Just to stay in shape.
Tapped. To Panic. Belt had to scurry to first. He initially took a step after that ground ball and then adjusted. Here's Kemp. Kemp is 1 for 3. It's a breaking ball. You saw Kemp flinch just a little bit.
If you see a guy flinch when you throw a breaking ball, you think you can get him again. You think you can make him flinch again.
Comes back with 98, and it's 0-2.
And he can throw like that all day. I mean, he is strong. Reyes, Pedro Baez, I mean, they got a lot in common. It's almost like they were built for the bullpen.
One and two.
It's a good 2-strike pitch. I mean, if you're a bullpenner, I mean, you kind of have to feel like, okay, I could give that manager 3 appearances, maybe sometimes 4 a week. It's a lot of work, especially if you get up more than once to get in. Oh. They said no swing, but how about on the pitch? That was a good breaking ball.
Yeah, only because it was away from the target.
Yeah, once Hundley went outside, caught the ball outside his knees, he wasn't going to get it.
Hit well into the gap, but Gorkis Hernandez is going to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So Reyes Maranta with a 1-2-3-8. Here comes the ninth. It's 5-0 Dodgers. On Tuesday, it'll be the Giants and the Mariners. Check out the time, 1:30 p.m., a 90-minute pregame live. Check out all the ceremonies. It'll start at noon. And you can see it right here on NBC Sports Bay Area. Also stream live on the NBC Sports app. And check everything out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and NBCSportsBayArea.com. 5-0. And Scott Alexander is the new pitcher. And he's facing Gorkis Hernandez, and Gorkis takes the first pitch down low.
Scott Alexander is a true commodity. I mean, he's a left-hander with a sinker. And you'll see low to mid-90s with the velocity on it and a good hard slider. That's what he did last year with the Royals.
And that'll be fouled down the right field line and out of play.
Alexander got a little over a year's time at the big league level with the Pepperdine University. He was born in Santa Rosa, Northern Californian.
Hernandez with a swing and a miss, 1-2. Giants have only been blanked one time on 9 or more hits at Dodger Stadium. That was April of 1973. As Don Sutton scattered 9 hits. Sutton had 58 career shutouts. That was one of them. And they got 9 tonight. Dodgers have 4.
It just doesn't make sense sometimes. You look at the numbers.
Hernandez is out swinging.
Good sinking fastball at 92.
So here's Gregor Blanco.
Started off in the low part of the zone, and that just bottoms out at 92.
Blanco's 2 for 3. His only out was a ground ball to Bellinger.
I mean, that's big time sink. You just don't see that many lefties that have sinkers.
Look out. Now to Dodge was Barnes. It's 2 balls and no strikes. low. 3-0. Some Giants will take a base runner any way they can. And the walk.
Like that.
So that's how it all started.
That's a good night for Blanco. His first start of the year. He gets a couple knocks and a walk.
He might trade it all in for a catch. Hundley's had one at bat. He hit the ball hard. A line drive right at Kemp. Right now the Giants are willing to take another walk.
Hey, it all started out with a walk.
There's a strike. Hundley takes another pitch down low, so it's 3-1. Joe Panic is on deck.
It's going to get Kenley Jansen starting to heat up in the Dodger bullpen. I mean, that in itself is a victory. If you're the Giants, you get a couple guys on, you get the closer up and throwing. And the next goal is to get him in the game.
And the walk.
By the way, the new rule about mound visits,
Number 12, Joe
I'm on board. We're just getting used to the new rule where each team is allowed 6 mound visits, and the Dodgers are going to use one right now with Rick Honeycutt coming out, their pitching coach. I think it's a hit.
I think you're right.
Meanwhile, it gives Jansen a chance to get loose.
So, but I guess you don't break it up.
Well, I mean, you're supposed to have 30 seconds, and it just finished at 30 seconds, and Honeycutt headed back. So, yeah, you do have to break it up.
So here's Panic. Panic's got a couple of hits. And he looks at a strike from Scott Alexander. Down low, 1 ball and 1 strike.
You know, it's not like he's throwing a lot of different pitches, too. He's just having a problem getting that sinker into the strike zone. Sometimes it can happen to a guy who's got too much movement, too much sink.
Double play ball. And that's the ball game. So the Dodgers win their first game of the year, and they do it kind of an odd game, wouldn't you say?
Well, an odd game in that the Giants out hit the Dodgers 9-4 and lose the game 5-0. The difference, 3 errors. And the Giants just did not look like they did defensively in the first 2 games, and it cost them a game tonight.
Final score, Dodgers 5, Giants nothing. Now let's go to our NBC Sports Bay Area studios for Toyota Giants postgame live starting right now.